score really, really big on Tropical Angel coming up. Okay, are you ready? Is everybody ready? Because this is pretty exciting. I'm going to take you to the whiz bang screen. We're going to see it start over here. Credit going in. This is the run. There's a whole bunch of things happening on the screen here, but I'll get into those in a moment. First level, B1. We take that first jump. We're going to come over here, ski backwards. We're going to be skiing a lot backwards today. That is going to be the key thing that I have learned in the most recent strategy is ski backwards a ton. Now watch, I'm skiing backwards again. Going to come around here, going to turn around. Missed that jump. That was the jump I meant to get, so there was a mistake right there. Want to hit that jump, but I did not. And I'm going to ski backwards again for quite some time. Watch how long I ski. Nope, I guess this isn't the one. This is the one where I ski backwards for a little bit. Right here, turn around, hit the jump. Going to go in there, ski backwards again. Going to turn in here. Going to go in between here. Going to give another jump coming up here. Going to hit it. Look at that score. Remember what I said in the first video, 35 to 40,000. Look at my score is already 36,000 to hit this jump. This is going to be very similar to the first video I did where I said just do this over and over again at the end, the last flag, the sixth flag area. Just take these two jumps over and over again. But look at my score already. It's 44,000, 46,000. And I still have 90 seconds left to continue to point press here. So this part is the same as my original video. But if you notice, I skied backwards a ton. And I want to talk about that while we have 70 more seconds of me just repeating this same suicide move over and over again until I get over 60,000. Because that's the new mark. If you go look down below there in the middle, right beneath where the Tropical Angel is skiing, you'll see in green B1, 64,000 is the goal for the first level now. That is the new level. You'll see my score actually underneath that of this run, which was 65,525. The yellow means it was my highest that I've ever had. I've actually had higher. I've had 66,000 something as my highest on the B1 level so far. I'm still researching and trying to find new ways. But I want to say the number one tip and trick, which I did not mention in the first strategy video, which you'll get by the end of this one, is skiing backwards with the full acceleration. You want to press the A button down and you want to fully accelerate to get the maximum amount of points possible when you're skiing backwards. And there's a spot coming up here that I have discovered where you can make massive points. And it's coming up right after the first flag here. You're going to see I'm going to ski backwards here for a little bit. Going to ski backwards again, hit this jump, turn around, hit the jump. You got to turn back around, get the jump value. So here we go again through the gate. This is the massive scoring opportunity right here. You're going to see me go through a run, and I'm going to intentionally suicide on the second rock once we pass here. We're going to suicide on this last rock here, right before the flag. We're just going to do this over and over again. Look at my score, 74,580 with 145 seconds left. Now watch what happens here. How long I go skiing backwards in this spot. This is a huge opportunity. Turn there, ski backwards, turn back around. 20 seconds gained 6,000 points right there. The equivalent of 3 jumps, because it's 2,000 jump. Just doing this move, 6,000 points each time. There's 5,500 and then another 1,000, 6,300 there. So if you can line it up, you might be able to get 7,000 on here if you time it just right. Just as the boat turns there, you're going to do this. And my goal here is just to get to 100,000 points plus. And then I'm going to move on time-wise. Because I still have 5 more flags to complete here. So I can't, spend too much time here. But if your score isn't 100,000 and you just wanted to break 100,000, this is the way to do it through 7 flags. It's really good scoring opportunity. You could just do this over and over again and then just end the game there. Now, Shark is coming in. You're going to see I'm going to ski backwards. Shark's going to avoid me. Just as he gets close, I turned back, came through this thing. I'm now through 3 flags, hit that jump. I'm really trying to point press here, skiing backwards again. I'm going to turn around, going to ski backwards again. Look at how much. And you can complete, look at 3,700 points right there. And then we're coming around here, coming around the bend. And that was an intentional kill right there because I wanted to do one more run at that jump. There you go. And you're going to see me die a few times unintentionally, but intentionally quite a bit. And that was unintentional or intentional right there. Now I'm going to finish this level up. I'm skiing backwards again. Look at my score. 125,000 and I still 15 seconds. Point pressing here. Going to do it. Ski backward through. Look down there below. 127,700 is what I ended up with. And that shows you. And look at the 120 plus is where you want to be through B2. So only the first 2 of 8 levels, and I already have 127,000. My previous high score was, let's take a look here, 224, 130. Set back on 217. So just a little bit after, and that was beaten by Ryan Cato. We'll talk about that more during there's a pause coming up here. And we'll talk about the pause where it's about 2 minutes where my wife called, about 2.5 minutes. So I paused the game. And so we'll have more time to talk about that in a moment. But anyway, we're starting this bonus game. If you notice, I stayed to the left. This is very similar to the first strategy video. So nothing really that new here. One thing I do want to draw attention to, there's a main version of this game, which is the Twin Galaxies World High Score, which I beat, by the way, on the 17th also of February 2022. And you can ski backwards in that version during this bonus round. If you could ski backwards here, you would make massive, massive points. You cannot ski backwards on the iiRcade version for whatever reason. So there we go. 152,400 is the score there. This is the level A1 where the pause is going to happen towards the end here. So just be aware that that's coming up. So A1 level now. Goal is 190,000. Take that jump right away. We're going to see multiple sharks on this. That was a mistake. That was not intentional. Did not want to hit that rock. So I'm going to come along here. I won't do it this time. Bend a little bit further right. You missed that rock right there. Going to come around here. Then you're going to go speed backwards. Once again, you're moving. Here comes the shark. A lot of skiing backwards. Ooh, that was very close right there with the shark there. Skiing backwards again. Good technique. When the shark is near, ski backwards. Look at that. Just missed that. Look at that. How much backwards? 4,600 points. Remember, you have to turn around to collect those points. So very important to turn around. If you're seeing a rock or seeing a collision about to happen, make sure you turn around and collect those points from skiing backwards. Very important. That's a good skiing scoring tip as well. Here we got a lot of rocks in here. We're going to weave in and out of this area. And then I'm going to ski backwards again. A lot of skiing backwards. Going to come up to this fifth flag area after we get through the shark here. Once again, going to ski backwards. As soon as the ship turns, or the boat turns to the right, this is a good time to ski backwards. Here we get this jump I'm going to take over and over again. I got 70 seconds, so this is another suicide point. But this is where my wife called. So while my wife is calling, this is about 2 minutes, I want to talk about pausing. Some people get really excited about pausing games and say that if you pause the game, it's not an official run. And I want to talk about this. If you look over to the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see all my scores that I have on my current leaderboard. And I can play through this game. And in fact, I'd rather play through this game without pausing. My wife called. I wasn't able to, during the play of this record run, talk to her on the phone, answer the phone, and continue to play. I just couldn't do it. So I paused. And we had a discussion, and that was something about groceries or who knows what, may have you. But anyway, she was on her way home. So when this pause is over, we'll come back to that. But while we're here, I want to focus on this, and because I want to pull this up in here and make this big so you can see this. Because looking at that big thing here, I want to look at the history of this game, and I'll shorten this here as soon as it comes back. But I want you to see that I first started on my 8th day of ownership for the iiRcade, And 12, 12, 21, 66,540 was my top score at that point. Then you can see the whole history of my scores, beating my own score each time. I want to risk 81 finally beat me on January 27th. And I don't know what the score was. I didn't write that down, but somewhere between 133 and 138. I reclaimed the score from him. Then I beat my own score again, Rob Moore, congratulations to him. He beat my 146. Then I reclaimed his score on the 31st. Then here's Ryan Cato, who has also had some incredible scores. I want to call out to him. I reclaimed twice from him. This will be the third time I've reclaimed from him. He got 267,000. Whoa, we made that all nice and tiny, didn't I? He got 267,000. I went too small that time. Blow it back up there. So this pause should be over here in a little bit. But anyway, he had a 267,000, and I needed to redefine my technique. And that's when I said, okay, skiing backwards, full acceleration. There we go. We're coming back to that run right now. Phone call is over. And you can see I'm going to take this jump a few more times. If you look back at there's no change in the time. There's no change in the score. It wasn't like a different person stepped in and played. This is still me. You can see over in the far left-hand corner there. Those are all my local scores. I would have preferred to do this run. Honestly, I don't like pausing the games. When I get in a run and get in a mode, I prefer to go straight through like arcade days. There was no pausing in the arcade. So, anyway, but enough of the pause. I know some people make a big deal out of pause. Me, whatever. I would prefer to not have pause though. So this one's over. You can see the score now, 191,685. The goal there, 190. Next up is 225 goal. We're on A2. This would be, I guess, the 5th of 8 runs. You can see I'm going to... More sharks here. Right away you start with a shark. Ski backwards. Lots of skiing backwards. So important. He was closing in. As the shark closes in, turn around. See if you can move out of the way because you can't navigate very well with that shark in the way. So very important to turn around. And I'm not sure what killed me there. I wasn't quite. I missed that one. But I don't think that was... Ooh, I hit that rock. That was definitely unintentional. So not off to a stellar start on this level here. Maybe, again, like I said, you pause and you lose your momentum. So I'm not playing as well coming right out of that pause. So I don't think there's a distinct advantage to pausing any games. People who might want to do it intentionally, try to rest up or whatever. I think when you get in a gaming groove, it's better to run straight through, just like we were in the arcade. So my preference would be never to pause. And I've run this plenty of times. It's about a 17, 18-minute run from beginning to end without any pausing. So this run is going to be closer to 20 minutes. We're at 14 minutes in the recording right now, almost 15 minutes, just past the 15-minute mark. And we're at stage 5 of 8. You can see the scores at 215,000. So here we go. We're navigating through here. A lot of rocks that you'll pick up on as the levels increase, the rocks increase. And, we're getting through this flag. 2 more flags to go. Here comes another shark. Once again, skiing backwards. Ski around that. Once he gets behind you or to the left or right, you're pretty safe when he's in that mode right there. And you can just ski backwards galore. Look at that. 5,600 points collected on that skiing backwards right there. Really, really important to ski backwards, full acceleration. That's what maximized my score. So if you weren't getting really high scores to this point, I want you to focus on the first 2 levels and just really ski backwards and learn to ski backwards full acceleration. You'll saw that one bonus spot where I showed you on the second level, fairly quick to get there. Practice on that, learning to ski backwards and then go out of skiing backwards, full acceleration. Once you master that, now you can begin to take it into more difficult areas. So here we are, 230, 175. We're going into the slalom bonus. And yes, more points can be scored in here than I'm showing. It's not a huge amount more, but you can hit every flag. You got to navigate around some pesky rocks. I didn't do it in this case because it was a very good run. I knew I was on a record pace. So I didn't want to screw it up. If you crash here, then the bonus game is over, and you'll lose your momentum and scoring potential. So this is the safe route, as I would say, what I'm running right through here, not taking any risks on the hard to reach rocks. You'll see them in a moment where there's some really hard to reach rocks, and I don't go around them like I should. You should see right there was one, two of them I missed, and that was intentional. You're going to see it again. I think there's one more spot right here coming up. Nope. Right over here. See around in between there? The flag in that rock, you can make that. There's 3 flags that I missed intentionally in there, which would have scored me, I think it's 100 point of flag, so another 300 points. Not a huge... Is it worth the risk? I don't think so. So, anyway, that's where you want to test that there. Now we're in the masterclass. This is where there's rocks galore here. And I finished that with 239,675. The goal there was 235,000 plus. In green down below, you can see I did not intend to die right there. So let's get through this here with this shark. I'll run it better this time, I believe. He was coming right at me, and I think you want to really make sure that shark, sometimes it is a bit random. You cannot always predict which way the shark is going to go. So you just kind of keep your eye on him and try to get into a skiing backwards mode. Then there's just a ton of rocks here. And this becomes a whole avoid the rocks moon until you can get where you can ski backwards again, like I just did. That's what you want to do. You want to get into a spot where you can ski backwards. And I believe through here there's probably a way, there's probably a path you can ski backwards through here. So additional scoring opportunities clearly available in this level. Got to figure it out. I don't get here as often because I play the early levels, really trying to study them and find new scoring opportunities in the early levels. So I don't play this level as often, except when it's a good run. I've still played it a bunch, but I typically get to usually just really through the A stage because I'm trying to completely, and I'm still studying this game after months of playing. Here's the shark. See me moving out of the way of him. Boy, this is close. Moved over to the left of him. Now I can ski backwards the whole time. How long? That's 3,000 points. I'm up to 254. Remember, Ryan Cato scores 267, 766. So I'm closing in on that with still 2 flags to go here and 6 full flags of M2, which I will not complete. You'll see I don't complete the game, which we'll talk about that as I get closer to that. But this is, I just wanted you to see it because several people have asked me, hey, how are you getting these 200,000 plus scores? How are you doing this? And so I wanted you to see, did you notice what I just noticed? Skiing backwards, the tropical angel. I mean, maybe I should have blocked this out, blur this out. I don't know. Pixelated chest from the tropical angel. So every time I ski backwards in here, you're gonna see that's why this cabinet wasn't in a lot of arcades. I guess it was a conversion kit. Look at that. Tropical angel going backwards, going topless backwards. Yes, that is I guess the bonus of getting to the masterclass 2. This is the last level. All I'm trying to do here really is just get to the 3rd flag, past the 3rd flag, to the 4th flag section. There's a jump there, and that's where you can pile on and 20,000 plus points. 269, I have passed Ryan Cato's score right now, and I've still got 90 seconds to go. And I really missed some opportunities here, so I want to talk about the missed opportunities. Instead of wasting my time on this jump, because skiing backwards is where you're going to make the most points. But I just kept doing this jump over and over again. I should have just pressed on here. But instead, I'm intentionally suiciding on this jump. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have carried on. I do towards the end of this run move on. But there's 2 sharks after this. And you can do tons and tons of points skiing backwards on those sharks. So 300,000 clearly is available. Anybody watching this, maybe somebody will do it before I do, because I'm showing you how right here. Ryan Cato, maybe it's him, could very well be him. I don't know if he's running it the same way that I am. He may pick up some areas to score. They got areas to score even more. Who knows what score he's going to get, which is fine. I've always said I enjoy it. See, there's a shark area. Here's the opportunity where you could just ski like crazy back. I should have come here. I would have piled on. I would have gotten over 300,000 points if I'd have skipped that jump. So there it is, 289, 930. That is the complete thing. That is the new record on the iiRcade. Maybe by the time you watch it, it's not. Somebody else has beat it. Maybe me, maybe Ryan, maybe somebody else watching this. I hope so. I hope somebody beats it. I know I'm going to beat it at some point. I do, because I see the potential there. But I wanted to share this with other people because several people had asked me, hey, how do you get, this is going to show me going in and looking at the leaderboard just to see that it's there. See, it was 267. It hadn't updated. 267, 766. It's going to go back there in a minute. And you're going to see the new high score. It didn't. Sometimes it doesn't update right away. You have to go out and come back in, multiply. It's there this time. So you'll see it. And I also have it to the left there as well. 289, 930. I just submitted it by pressing the P1 and P2 buttons. There it is. That's the run. So, hey, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful. Slow it down. Go back. Review certain parts of it. Watch over what I'm doing, where I'm going. You can duplicate this. You can get into the 200,000. It shouldn't be just Ryan and me. There, you'll notice Kazu's on there, my son. I actually played on his machine, so I got another 200,000 plus score. But you can get 200,000 plus. You can get 300,000. It's now there for the taking. Somebody's going to get it before this is over. I hope it's you. Hey, if you found this useful, I sure appreciate if you leave me a comment or say something. Let me know, because several people asked for this, so that's why I did it. I didn't have to do it. I know some people, they get good scores and they don't want to share or whatever they're doing. That's not the way I am at all. I'm all about sharing. I'm all about giving back. And I really don't care if my high scores are beaten. Honestly, to me, the best spot to be in is number 2. Because then you're always going, hey, I want to get that number 1 spot. So Ryan right now is going to be real motivated to beat my score. I know he is. And that's cool. I actually prefer, in some way, from learning a game and going through a game, I actually prefer to be in that second position. So I hope somebody watching this does beat my score, because that'll provide me additional motivation. It took me 5 weeks. I played it, not every day, a couple times a day, here and there. Some days I skipped. So his score, it held. It held for a while, 5 weeks. So he did a very good job. So congratulations to Ryan. And anybody else playing this game. I hope this increases your score quite a bit. I want to call out the iiRcadians. Papa Brad, real quick. He did a nice video of my video. They've said some really nice things on their show.
Well, it's like he was talking about Todd Russell. I mean, that guy is at the top of every leaderboard that for every game that he owns. It seems like
Todd Russell's an amazing gamer.
Yeah,
amazing.
When
gamer.
he sets his mind to it, he picks a game and he focuses on it. That's how you do it,
So I really appreciate that. Show Me Retro, by the way, said some nice things as well.
And I'll put a link for Todd's channel in the description. He's a great guy. Again, he's just one of these people that just tells it like it is, no filter, and I love that kind of shit.
Really appreciate that. I don't have it's my personal channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but mostly just posting world records, record runs, evidence of me doing these scores, because sometimes people will say, how did you get that score? Well, you get the score by practice. Lots and lots and lots of practice. As you saw during the pause there, I blew up the dates of how much I've played this and how I've beaten my scores. I've been playing this game a ton. I played this game way more than any other game on the iiRcade so far. I've played other ones too, and I have some good scores on some other games. But this has been the game I've played the most, and I'm not done yet. How high can this score go? Let's find out. I don't know.